everyone, and welcome to Rayman Origins. Man, I've been trying to get this video to work for a while now, and let's see if we can do it now. The main issue is that there's some kind of frame rate thing going on every time I try to play. It's keeping me up at night, really. Nightmares, man, and this is my favorite game, so I really want to play. Okay. Like, next to Kingdom Hearts, this is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Alright. So I promise you, people, you lovely, lovely people, that we are going to see a playthrough of this game. We are going to play this game, even if it destroys you. Me, not you. I'm collateral, you're not, right? Yeah. No, don't. Oh, please, just let me, if we can get through just 1-2 levels, just come on. Alright. Sexy Bay running. Alright. Okay. Boom. Oh. Okay, that's not how that's supposed to go, but at least the frame rate is not acting up. It's not acting up. Okay. But yeah, this is my favorite game just because its premise. It's based off dreams. Rayman is a guardian of good dreams. He's a knight of pleasant sleep. He is this thing of joy. He's an avatar for whimsical. He is amazing. He's like, if you took a really nice kid, like, you know, one of those kids that you see in a store and like they're just really good, like genuinely sweet. Not their parents are manipulating them, not they're gonna get a toy, and you ask them to create a hero that would save them if they ever had a nightmare, it would probably be Rayman. And oh god, I just love what Rayman freaking embodies. You know, cheerfulness in spite of everything. You know, like the willingness, the will to hope and want something better. And I know I'm probably looking as much into it, but that is what he is. That is what he embodies. You know, he was created to save someone who shouldn't need saving, a god. You know, he was created to save them from their own worst nightmares. And he does so by not only fighting, but letting him know specifically that amidst all the violence, that there's still fun to be had. You know, and I love that. I love that it's not just straightforward, oh, you know, he fights bad guys, blah blah blah. No. You know, he's a force for good. And it's really, really cool. Down with the Rayman. Really want him for Smash. Ugh. Come on. Boom. I mean, just look at him. You know, like, and then he's a hero who's created with flaws. You know, he is capable of fear, like, but he goes into a situation anyway. He's like, I don't know, the realism behind his personality is a trait that I really, really enjoy, because he's not fearless. He's brave enough to combat in a situation, and yet he's capable enough to have, you know, the intelligence to see how dangerous something can be. However, the knowledge of the danger doesn't stop him from going, you know. And it's not like he was created and this is like, oh, my purpose, this is why I am, so this is why I do these things. No, it genuinely seems like he enjoys doing what he's doing. He was created with a great measure of free will, as were all the creatures in this realm, because they were all created from dreams, which I also is just a tidbit I just love. But they were all created basically from dreams, and I just find it so awesome that like a character that is so pure is created. You remember if you ever watched Fastone for Imaginary Friends and like Blue, you know, Mac's friend, and when Madame Fosterstorm, she just looked at him like he's so pure, you know, so just a pure idea, and that's what I get when I read with Rayman. I like, 'cause look at his design. He doesn't have that many defining features. Yeah, you can tell what he is, but at the same time, okay, a perfect example, Raving Rabbids. In Raving Rabbids, you put different outfits on Rayman. You can basically change his appearance, and it changes his persona. In this game, it actually does the same thing. And that makes so much sense because he can be whatever you want him to be. Rayman can be a knight. He can be an anti-hero. He can be a grandma riding a snowboard. He can do anything as long as you have the imagination. And that's what I love about this character so much. And that's why he's so, like, when I was a kid growing up and I played the first Rayman game, you know, I couldn't beat it. I still haven't beaten the original Rayman. And I didn't understand how much the concepts meant to me because I still didn't really know what Rayman was. It wasn't until actually until this game came out when I found out what Rayman was, like his concept and all that stuff. And when I was a kid, one of the things that I was obsessed with was dreaming, because I used to have really vivid dreams where all kinds of really awesome things happened and blah blah blah. And so I was kind of into the science of sleep. And you know, to have like it's not something that I still really pursue, mostly because when I was a kid, you know, what I was pursuing I thought was much more fantastic than the actual science of sleep. You know, which you know, as a kid, when you find out what things really are in reality, sometimes sometimes it kind of fizzles out your interest. You know, but it's still something that interests me in some capacity now as a young adult. And so when I see things like this, pop culture icons that mirror those interests, it's almost instant. An instant love story, a love affair. And like Rayman he's just a thing of creativity. I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. I mean, and the world even lends itself, you know, to this kind of idea. Like, it's nightmarish. This guy, the god that controls this world, is freaking out. You can even see landscapes breaking apart at the seams. He can't handle this nightmare, and it's still vibrant, glowing. There's still time for singing. The Rayman is still there, and it's just amazing. Oh yes. And I love it. I love it so much. And Legends personifies that. Like the sequel to this game personifies that idea even further. I didn't feel like Legend was as story based as Origins was, but it definitely still held the idea of what Rayman as a character is, and that's what I like. Like, I never really liked the 3D Rayman. I'm not gonna lie, you know, even though I'm not saying they're bad games, I'm not saying that, they just weren't my cup of tea. I like Rayman in this style because even in like The Great Escape, you know. And I think it was mostly the generational limitations, but like it looks kind of dark and dreary, you know. And I get it; it's nightmare world. Things are not what they are supposed to be right now, and it's bad times. But that's not what Rayman is. He's not this depressed character that's like, oh God, things are so hard right now. You know, like that. You know, I think that's his unrealistic quality because there's very few, if any, people that could literally be through hell and back. And like even Mario, if they did an in-depth look at his character and they just showed what he was thinking while going through all these hellish nightmare landscapes, it's like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna save the princess, you know, stuff like that. But Rayman is able to have a smile and laugh the entire time. and I enjoy that. And it's not just him, so that it doesn't make it weird, because it's like all the creatures. You know, Batellia the fairy, she was kind of scared and worried for while she was in the cage, but like the minute she's let out, you know, she's smiling, all bubbly, boobs everywhere. It's just awesome. And then you get to end with this. Awesome. Awesome. I just rambled for 10 minutes on Rayman. I don't think the frame rate was too bad this time around. I think I can actually upload this. Let me know what you guys think. As always, this is Jackal from Months of Development telling you that as long as you can stay smiling, the world will be an easier place. Stay frosty, peeps.